Personal transformation. What is it about those words that get us so excited, get us fired up inside? We all get excited by it, right? Who doesn't want to make a transformation in their finances, their work life, their relationships, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically? Who doesn't want to make a massive shift in a positive direction? What I want to tell you today is one of the blocks that stops us, the thing that we resist when it comes to transformation, that stops us from achieving what we want to achieve. It's Ryan from the Melbourne Centre of Healing here. I'm down at the beach today. It's a bloody beautiful day here in Melbourne, so I'm here with the flies recording this video. So, what happens when we make that decision that we want to make a massive transformation, a massive shift in our life? We commit, we decide, we commit 100%. We find the people or the persons, the group of people that are going to facilitate and help us on that journey. And we say, that's it, I'm going to change this area of my life. It might be all areas of life. We might be stuck in a massive rut and we want fucking everything to change, right? But we make the decision and we commit 100%. Then what happens next? And it's not a coincidence because I've seen it too many times. What happens, we make that decision and we start along the journey, and then our life gets turned upside down by unforeseen events. Our shit hits the fan, everything gets turned upside down, and we think, holy shit, why is this crisis, this challenging thing in my life happening now? I've made this decision for positive change, I want to transform. Why the hell am I being confronted with this crisis? This is the worst timing, horrible timing. That crisis and that upheaval is the first step to transformation, and it's a step that cannot be skipped. Because the decision that you want to change, this transformation that you've committed to taking, in order for you to make that change, your map of the world, your model of the world, your paradigm for life cannot be the way it is now. You have to see things a completely different way in order to make that transformation. We all run from a model of the world, a map of the world. It's a very narrow view. We think we see everything 100% of reality, but it's only a small sliver that we see based on our own individual filters, that model of the world that I'm talking about. So, how does our model, our map of the world get changed? By massive upheaval, by crisis, by unforeseen events which turn everything in our life upside down. Otherwise, we can't make the transformation because our map of the world is the same. It's like someone who has eaten shit their whole life, has smoked cigarettes their whole life, has not exercised. If you were to go over and tell them, oi, stop eating shit, stop smoking, start exercising, what would they say? They'd tell you to fuck off, right? They're like, no way. Their model of the world's the same. What happens if that person has a heart attack all of a sudden? They nearly die, they see the white lights, they see the tunnel, they're almost at the end, right? They have a near-death experience. That's when a lot of people, not all people still go back to their old lifestyle, but a lot of people, when they're confronted with that crisis, their map and their model of the world changes, so all of a sudden they're eating healthy, they've stopped smoking and they start exercising. It couldn't have happened without that upheaval and that heart attack, and it sounds extreme, but it's so true. So what happens, we always think, why am I being presented with this challenge? I've decided I want to make positive change, I don't deserve this is bullshit. It is an essential part of the transformation, something we need to move towards and not away from. So when next time you decide to make a transformation or a massive change and all of a sudden the shit hits the fan, instead of going, bloody hell, this is rubbish, why have I even decided to change? You can be like, oi, I saw that guy Ryan on a video and he said this is exactly what was going to happen and this is why it was going to happen. And you can start to go, okay, great, this might be painful right now, it may suck, but my model of the world is about to change. And the next step after that is the exact transformation that I wanted. It has just come to me in a challenging form. Because we think that positive transformation is going to be all rosy. It's going to be a lovely walk along the beach like where I am now, right? It's not. It has to be challenging, it has to be painful, it has to be an upheaval in your life, because that is when we can transform mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, however the fuck we want, after that challenge is met. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Embrace the challenge, embrace the crisis, shift your map of the world, shift your paradigm. I'll see you all next time. Peace out.